The one thing we forget is that the better we are as women, the better men can be as men. The softer we are as women, the stronger they get to be as men.
Respectfully, and I mean this sincerely, when is Auntie Ayala going into retirement? Because a lot of her opinions, they're just not it. This idea that like you being a better woman is gonna make men better, it just doesn't correlate. There's zero correlation there. Your behavior is not going to dictate someone else's behavior. This is how people end up feeling really disappointed in relationships, because they thought because they were a better woman that their partner would be better. No, that's not how that works. Everybody is responsible for their behavior. Period.
When you're looking for relationship advice, dating advice, tips, and you go to TikTok, you will see a lot of relationship coaches or coach on the internet, and it's left to you to decide that, okay, I'm going to trust whatever comes out of this person's mouth, and I might not trust what comes out of this person's mouth. It's left to you to choose. Okay, today there's a relationship coach, which is Ayala, Auntie Ayala, they call her. She's a woman. Okay, and she says that the way she was saying, the better. Let me play the video for you all to watch. The
one thing we forget is that the better we are as women, the better men can be as men. The softer we are as women, the stronger they get to be as men. And when we are their soft place to fall, they stand with a different height and a different posture and a different elevation. One of the challenges that we're facing right now is that women want men to be their girlfriends, and men come home to find another dude.
So the better we are, or the softer you are as a woman, the better your man. So if a man wants to be a better man, for me, it all depends on me. And that is what has been. That is what they keep telling us. Hey beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's good to have you back in today's video. All right, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. I have a few stitches to share with you, interesting stitches, so stay back, relax and watch. Then I'll come back at the end of the stitches to share my own opinion.
The better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
Get somebody else to do it. I am responsible for being better for me and for my children, and for making sure that they become the best possible people that they can be. And then when they go out into the world, they are responsible for themselves. I raised my son to believe that he is responsible for himself and his own actions. And I raised my daughter to know that she's responsible for herself and her own actions. Both of my children know that regardless of what any and everybody else is doing, they are accountable for themselves and their own actions. I spent 5 long years in a relationship with a man who treated me like shit. And I was soft and I was submissive and I tried to play a supporting role. And you know where that got me? More insecure, depressed, anxious, getting cheated on, abused, used, taken advantage of, and feeling like an empty shell of a woman. There ain't nothing you can do to make an insecure man feel secure. There ain't nothing you can do to make a shitty man be an actual good man, a good person. And this is probably why I'm going to be single for a while, if not for the rest of my life. Because trust me, I don't got no issue getting a man, makeup on or not, eyebrows on or not, hair done or not. I can throw a stone and hit a man that will want to be with me. Trust me, I'm good there. But I am not wasting my time. I am not settling. I am not shrinking myself and making myself small. I will not fucking submit to you. If you cannot be grown and accountable for your own actions and self-aware to make the necessary changes you need to make to be a better person on a daily basis, I can't deal with you. I won't. I shan't deal with you. Get someone else to do it.
The one thing we forget is that the better we are as women.
No, it doesn't always work this way. It may work sometimes. It didn't work for me, so I'm only going to talk about me. I did everything, at least I thought, right. Went to college, met an older man. Now, this is after college. I'm working, and he's 10 years older than I am. Okay? I had only had one boyfriend, and we were engaged until he left school because his dad got sick. Okay? That was it. He was my second boyfriend. Eventually, we married. Okay? We argued for the first time at our wedding. Hear me now, a year and a half in, the first time at our wedding. I was submissive. I did whatever he asked. I ended up across the country because that's where he needed to be to start over. All right? I was kind. I was sweet. I was gentle. I was all of those things. I got a minimum wage job in a little podunk town out in the middle of the desert because that's where we were. 5 years later, 6 years later, I was so broken down, you would not have recognized me. Baby, he beat every bit of spirit out of me. And I'm not talking physically, I am talking mentally. That sweet, kind girl who all I did was love him, I felt like I had been tortured over and over again. No amount of kindness, no amount of sweetness, no amount of gentleness, no amount of support kept me safe. So when you listen to this, remember that. Remember that it's great if it happens, but if it doesn't, baby, you will be the one that suffers. All that support went to waste because no amount of support I could give him could fix his brokenness. As an older man, I thought he had it all together. You know, that's the whole point, date an older man who's supposed to know more. I had to start all over again because I did exactly what she said. I was that supportive, kind wife who did everything I could to support the man I love. We still cheated. By the time I left, I was so happy that I was just alone because I had been miserable for so very, very long. For many years, I thought it was me. I must have done something wrong. What have I done wrong? The truth of the matter is that some men not only do not deserve love, they don't really want it. In fact, the more you give to them, the more they beat you down because, baby, they're upset that you're giving them so much. It's weird. I cannot explain it. Many years later, I would see him, and he was surprised that I looked so good because by the time I had separated from him, baby, I was beaten down in every way. He immediately wanted to reconnect. Not a chance. I had given him every chance possible. And now that I had rebuilt my life, he wanted to come back in? No. So when you are at that place where you are giving all you can give and this man is still treating you badly, baby, don't wait around like I did. Run, so that you don't have to rebuild your life again in recovery from a man who didn't ever deserve you.
The softer we are as women, the stronger they get to be.
Y'all have been preaching for submission for so long. And if it was natural, you wouldn't have to do this much work. This is actively trying to brainwash.
That the better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
I don't usually call for someone to be canceled, but along with the rolling dumpster fire trash heap that most relationship advice is, that pretty much all relationship advice is, at least the very popularized people that sell the most books and make the most money off of giving dating and relationship advice. I think we can now include Jan Levan Zandt among those people in the heterosexual repair industry that is absolute trash, that is giving us nothing but the same old recycled patriarchal nonsense that all the other people are giving us. And I would recommend, my personal recommendation, this is not an order from on high, I have no authority to give such an order, but I'd recommend that Black women stop listening to her, stop buying her books, stop watching her TV show, just stop. Because this kind of rhetoric, this is podcast bro rhetoric. This is the same nonsense we're seeing from a lot of Black men on these incel passport bro podcasts. It's the same thing. Independent women are too masculine. Get in touch with your feminine and then you'll make him happy. Bullshit. So has Ayanla been secretly a pick-me all along and we just never knew?
Is that the better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
Maybe in previous generations, but now in the new millennium in 2023, women are not at this point making being with a man their ultimate goal in life. So of course, coming from that generation, you all kind of needed a man to help you live and whatever. Now at this point, women are playing both roles and they are succeeding at that. Because women are realizing that it's better for them to be single by themselves and not having to deal with any drama or stress that's going to slowly kill her than to have a man just for the sake of saying, I have a man. You realize so many women are getting so turned off by these men that refuse to work on themselves, refuse to do the internal work, refuse to get closer to God. Women are going to women now. Let's wake up and realize what's happening in this world right now. We have done so much for these men, and women are not responsible for the growth of a man. They are responsible for their own growth, just like we are responsible for our own. No.
The one thing we forget is that the better we are as women.
Now, Auntie Ayanla, my elder, this ain't it. I really want us as a collective and a community, and even in our own personal lives as women, to stop internalizing piss poor male behavior. Because how a man treats me or any other woman has more to do with his character, how he was raised, the environment he was raised in, than it has to do with anything else. I think it's time that we be radically honest about the ways in which, especially in the Black community, we have been failing our men and our boys, and thereby they are now being, and not all of them, let's be very clear about that, okay? It's a bunch of brothers out here doing the damn thing. But as a collective, we have to be honest about the fact that our boys are being left behind, and it's positioning them to be piss poor partners. I don't care how soft you are. You can be as soft as the Pillsbury Doughboy, honey. That will not help an unhealed man. And I would argue from my experience and my marriage that it made it worse. Because a man that is not used to stability and has not healed himself will reject a soft woman or a good woman because he won't recognize it. How many women do we know that are whole tens, beautiful, smart, successful, make 6 figures, raising the kids, doing all the things, hanging from the chandeliers, and it's still in the eyes of their male partner not be enough to satiate them, which has nothing to do with her. Once again, because she's doing all the things already. Now, are there things that I can do as a woman to encourage my man? Absolutely. Should I always be striving to be a better woman? Absolutely. But that's for myself, not for a man. When the real cheat code is a grown man will bring out the softness in a woman that y'all want so badly. But there is not enough loving and goodness, which is not a measure of how I should be treated anyway as a woman. I should just be treated well off the strength of being a human being. But it is not my job to contort for an unhealed man.
The better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
While what Ayana is saying may or may not be true, but this is the thing that bothers me about this entire thing. Can we please start decentering men? I'm not saying turn our backs on them. I'm not saying that leave them out to the dust. But what I am saying is that women have been landing on concrete for centuries. We're expected to save everybody. We're expected to save and be the gap fillers for political gains, for families, for corporations, for ourselves. We need to soft landing. I mean, we could probably try again in a couple of lifetimes down, but I think this generation is pretty much done. Like, I think if individually, yes, use the law of assumption to your advantage, but right now we're done. Sorry.
The softer we are as women, the stronger they get to be.
Listening to Iyanla doesn't make any more sense than taking relationship advice from Stephen Harvey. A man's masculinity is his own. It's his, just as your femininity, such that it is your own. We've all to make out for ourselves the best we can at what we are. And if you love a man and you and that man want to get together and press one another into these roles and can do so helpfully and joyfully, then that is what the two of you should do. But make no mistake, you can be as soft and as sweet as you want to be. And that man is going to be whatever he already was when you come upon him. And there is nothing you can do about it.
The better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
Ayala is she the mascot for the Barbara the Builders? Is she the Pick Misha, the president? Like what is this? Like this makes sense to me if oppression didn't exist, if sexism didn't exist, if misogyny didn't exist, misogynoir, if there wasn't a wage gap between men and women, if black women weren't being unalived every 4.8 hours, if black girls weren't, 70% of black girls weren't sexually assaulted by the time they're 18 years old. Like, I don't understand this. How is your conversation directed at women and how we're supposed to bend and subjugate ourselves and submit to these men who are violent? Men are on this app right now talking about putting women out of cars for not putting out. They are on this app talking about a woman's orgasm, her pleasure is her responsibility. They're on this app talking about they not paying for dates for the first 90 days if she not putting out. They are on, listen, black girls are being groomed all over Hollywood. Every other week you're learning about some black man who had access to a black girl and exploited her. How is her message that we need to be soft? Make it safe for us to be soft. Give us the safety and the protection. And the craziest thing is that black men have so much ability to create safety and protection by merely keeping us safe from themselves, merely exhibiting some self-control, some restraint, getting some therapy, leaving us alone. There's so many options, but here Ayanla is telling black women to bend and subjugate and submit to what? 50-50 of nothing, my mans. Oh my God. I just don't, I might have to reset my algorithm, because you know what?
The better we are as women, the better men can be as men.
I finally got it. I'm so grateful because I finally understand. Men are nothing without women. Got it. Got it. Thank you for clarifying that, because I really thought that, like, that we were the superior gender. I've been thinking that all my life, basically. But now that you spelled it out and said that they was basically nothing unless we let them be something, I finally got it. Yes, I understand. They're nothing without us. Got it.
If you're still here, definitely you are enjoying this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and also put down in the comment section whatever you like about this video. Any opinion is accepted if you put it down respectfully. Do you agree with Auntie? Me personally, before I will tell you yes, but the kind of knowledge I have now, I will tell you no. A man is going to be better if he wants to be better. It doesn't have to be with you. You don't have to, be the better woman. Of course, you can. I'm not saying you should be a bad woman. If you're a good woman on your own, fine. But you being a good woman does not determine how your husband or how a man is going to be with you. No matter how submissive, no matter how patient, no matter how loving you are as a woman, a man that is going to bring you trouble will bring you trouble with his full chest. A man that is going to give you heartache will give you heartache with his full chest. No matter how humble you are, no matter how understanding you are, when a man is gonna get you hard, he will. So I would not agree with that statement. Maybe before probably when I was very young, I might agree, because that was what they tell us. Here in Africa, when you are in a relationship, it's either you're married or you're not. But especially when you're married and there's a problem in a household, clearly you can see that this problem is from this man. Do you know what they do? They will tell you, they'll face the woman and be like, it's because of you your man is like that. It's because of you your man is like that. And to find solution, it will still be the woman that will also bring down herself to the lowest level on what the man did wrong. Like, is a grown adult. They don't allow men to take a responsibility for whatever bullshit they did. They do not. Men don't take responsibility where I am. Okay, so that is how it has been. So that is why most men, they also come to tell you that reason why I'm cheating on you is because of you. The reason why I'm not like this is because of you. They don't own their responsibility. They want to put it back to you as a woman, making you feel bad, like it's because of you, that is why they are not faithful to you. It's because of you, that's why they are treating you bad. It's because of you, that is why you are having heartache like this. It doesn't work like that anymore. And I feel like men are also realizing that this cannot happen anymore. They have to own up to their rubbish. They have to. Because women are not, they are not even going to that direction anymore, Auntie. We are not going to that direction anymore. You cannot say that I have to be a better woman for me to have a better man. Is he not better as a man? Was he not raised to be a better man for me as a woman? Why can't it be like a man has to be a better man to have a better woman? Because let me tell you, is the way a man treats a woman, that is how you see her. I feel like if a man treats me very good, you see the good side of me. But if he treats me bad, I will show you my bad side. And I feel like it should be the other way around. Not because women are very soft, you know. I feel like they've taken this submission to another level, that they don't allow men to own up to their responsibility anymore. I don't agree with this, to be honest. I don't agree with it, but I had to bring it out here for you all to watch. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you think, men that is watching this video, do you think that when I'm a better, or when a woman is a better woman to you, you will become a better man? Let us know. And if you're a woman, are you gonna be a better woman to your man before you can see a better side of him? Oh, let me just know your thought about this particular video generally. Okay, my name is Maria David, and thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.